let's go down and talk about, I don't want to say, okay, I'll say disappointments. We'll start with Rory McIlroy. Rory will not be around for the weekend. Doesn't matter what happens. I mean, I guess I don't know. I don't even know if there's a mathematical possibility. He would need a miracle and then another miracle to get his five overs in. It's not going to happen. It was a 77 on Friday. I was going through the shots, Greg. I don't know what went wrong for Rory. I just nothing went right. It was truly bizarre.
I went through the shots too in both of his rounds. It was pretty clear in round one he had a left miss going on, and he was coming up short with short game shots and some putts, and those are signs of nerves to me. So when Rory McIlroy, a drawer of the golf ball, gets nervous, a little tight with the swing, the tendency will be to miss it to the left. When Rory's really freed up and feeling aggressive, the tendency will be to leave it out to the right. So you saw the left miss yesterday. Today, you saw some left misses, some right misses. You saw some shots, some wedge shots go long. You saw some go short. You saw some bad breaks. You saw some great shots. I think he looks like he's swinging really well, but he just could not get the ball in the right spot. I'm trying so desperately to figure it out, to pinpoint something. Is there a flaw somewhere in his game that is holding him back? And I mean, I can't say that there is. Maybe the one thing I would say when you watch his shots and you watch guys near the top of the leaderboard, the guys near the top of the leaderboard are playing from the fairway more often than him. They're in the middle of the fairway all day. Rory's in the pine straw too much, but that's not every round. So I can't put my finger on it, Rick. It's like there are really ghosts here. It's amazing to watch the shots of a Koepka or a Rahm, or even somebody like Hovland, who's had a little more volatility, hasn't played as perfect as Koepka. You watch these guys near the top and you watch Rory, and it's surprising.
I don't get it. I think the easy way out is to say that it's the mentals and just something is not working for him here, knowing his place in history and all that stuff. That's the easy thing, but I don't have anything else. I mean, it just doesn't make sense.
It's, and I go back and think about this too. Like you watch Tiger right now play this golf course, and Tiger's played really poorly, even for his own standards, and he's beating Rory by 3. And if Tiger continued to play today's round, my guess would be he would shoot 1 over for the first 2 rounds. I think Tiger was going to finish that round today 1 under. So by the end of the 2 rounds, he's beaten up on Rory pretty good. Why is a hobbled Tiger who can barely move around why does he play this golf course better than Rory, who's 30 years old and great, 34 years old and great physical condition, swinging as fluidly as anybody, able to hit all of the shots? What's the difference? What does Rory not know? I can't figure it out.
I feel for Rory. I know this is probably eating him up. I imagine he's going to lose some sleep for the next couple of nights, man. He's just such a good golf historian and gets his spot in the game. And this is just, to not even be around for the weekend is tough.
Yeah.
Oh boy. Scottie Scheffler shot his worst round ever at the Masters. Now, in his defense, this was only his 14th round, so it's not like his 100th round, but it was statistically his worst. It was a 75. Started with a bogey on 1. He got it back at 8. He made a double on 9 thanks to 4 putts from 27 feet, and then he bogeyed 18 to low light the card to 75. I've got a lot of thoughts about this Scheffler stuff. Statistic. So he's 1 under par. He's, believe it or not, Scottie Scheffler has played horrible golf for 2 rounds and he's 1 under and he's 11 shots off the lead. Statistically, he is leading the field in strokes gained tee to green. Not everybody's through 2 rounds. And he is dead last, not even close with the putter. And It was not just the 4 jacks on whatever that was.
9.
9.
Oh, yeah, 9.
Was it 9? I mean, he did not sniff making a putt through the first 2 rounds.
No, nothing. I mean, nothing.
We're not even like literally nothing. I'm not even exaggerating. Literally nothing.
No, I mean, eight was a tap in, right? His second shot comes up short of the green. He pitches it up there he almost chipped it in. I feel better about him hitting a pitch shot than I do hitting a putt. The only problem is he doesn't miss any greens.
Start missing some greens, Scotty.
He's gonna miss some greens if he wants to make birdies. It's insane. He gave himself a lot of opportunities, more so yesterday than today. But you could
yesterday was an amazing round, and he only shot 400. Yeah,
it was very comparable to Koepka's round, very comparable to Rahm's round. But he didn't make anything. And I was thinking about his round yesterday, and I'm sure that you were too. I mean, this is our model again. Like this is the model. The way this goes is on Friday, he hits it really well again, and a couple of putts start to fall.
Yep.
And all of a sudden he's leading or near the lead. It wouldn't have been a crazy thing for him to be sitting at 8 or 9 under right now. That wouldn't be out of the ordinary for Scottie Scheffler. But the frustration was building, and I was reminded of Southern Hills. That's the only other time I've seen Scottie kind of behave this way.
I was going to say I've never seen him this frustrated. He is very animated. He hit it, and there was a shot early in the round. When you're as frustrated as he was early in the round, I think I mean, you're coming into the day thinking about this stuff. It was the shot that he hit onto 4, the par 3. He hit a shot that, I mean, it's, what was it, 240 yards today or whatever.
Yeah,
and it just catches the, maybe it wasn't 4 then. Maybe it was 6 that I'm thinking about.
Oh, 6. It was 6.
6.
Rick.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw this live.
Yes, it was 6.
I can't hit a better shot than that.
I can't hit a better shot than that. Right. He's staring it down. He hits it. I mean, they've got the whole location kind of on that little hill there, that little crest. And it is, 6 inches from being perfect. It hits the left side of that and rolls, 40 feet away. And you're just I've never heard Scottie say that. Right.
It was, it's in the air. And when it gets to its peak, he's watching it and he's expecting it to fall to the right. And then it doesn't, and he says, "It's out of the right."
Yes,
like
yes, he is. Yes, he's complaining about the wind while it's at its apex.
Yes. That was, I would say he was quite frustrated at Southern Hills, and again, these are the 2 tournaments that stick out because Southern Hills is his favorite golf course. He had just won the Masters. I know he's going into that with really high expectations. And he comes back to the Masters with an opportunity now playing even better than last year. And I'm wondering if he's just put too much into these 2 events. And that's why you're seeing the frustration when it's not going his way.
Well, it is interesting because he generally flies completely under the radar from, compared to previous number one players in the world, compared to other betting favorites, compared to whatever. But you're right. There was a lot of expectation at Southern Hills, and obviously being the defending champion, having the champions dinner, he obviously feels like there is more weight on his shoulders in these weeks than other weeks. And you very clearly see it. I mean, it was interesting to see. I don't remember as much from Southern Hills about the frustration, but I was watching him all day long today going, oh my gosh, Scottie, I kind of like it, but that's a different story.
Well, you know why I was watching him so closely? These two events have one thing in common. I played him in one and done both times.
The truth
so
will
I remember
set
and
you
it burned.
free.
Yeah, it burns me deep.
Yeah, that's funny. I don't mind it. It's just kind of out of character for him, which is certainly worth noting.
And I do think he'll recover because he did last year.